I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site with curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read. It's going to help you find work more quickly. It has a focus on interviewing. It's very good. Plus, I offer discounts on my personal coaching to people. So again, that's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I hadn't done something related to the older worker in a while. Those of you who are over 50, those of you who are over 60, who believe you're running into ageism as part of your search. And I'm tough on you folks because many of you, and I speak from the experience, not just simply as a coach, but from the experience of 40 years doing executive search, I speak from the perspective that many of you don't put the same effort into your job search now as you did when you were less experienced, when you were younger. And thus you don't perform as well on your interviews and blame it on the younger hiring manager when a lot of it's on you. But that's not really the focus of what I want to cover in this video. What I want to remind you of is that one of the habits that many of us get into, and I'm a contemporary in case you haven't noticed the white in my beard, many of the habits that we get into when we're older is we stop pushing ourselves and we make convenient excuses for our difficulties. Now, again, I'm not saying that ageism doesn't exist, but it may not exist to the same degree as you may think it does. And that there are a lot of people, a lot of organizations that are very happy to take on an older worker. After all, they're not going to have to pay your retirement, right? You're going to work for them for a couple of years and then you're gone. That's okay, because they've already been learning that no one stays for that 10, 15 years. So what many people tend to forget is they've developed the habit of making excuses for poor performance, and they have the habit of quitting. They have the habit of giving up. Now, we develop it in lots of ways. We develop it through how we manage our diet. We develop the habit by the way we dress, and that we don't dress as well as we once did. And we develop the habit in many, many different ways. You may not be exercising. And that's another poor habit that you've gotten into that impacts your performance because it gives you the habit of the convenient excuse for poor performance. My reminder to you is just because 5 firms may have said no doesn't mean that other firms won't say yes, and you need one. And, there's a lot of articles that I see on the web that are absolutely awful, that basically accept defeat as being, it's okay. You can get this gig at the organization that no one's ever heard of before and work part-time. And if that's really what you want, you should do that. And if that's what you need to do in order to buy time for the real job that you want, you should do that. But the notion of settling for less, get that out of your system. Fight for what you want. I was talking to a group yesterday and referred to an old movie that you may or may not remember called The Dirty Dozen. And in it, there's a scene where one of the characters is part of his training is trying to do a rope climb. And he gets about 3/4 of the way up and starts saying, I can't do it. And then one of the actors comes over with a machine gun and starts firing it at the rope, basically cutting it down from underneath him and scaring the bejesus out of him so that he makes it to the ceiling. And lo and behold, he's able to do it. Well, a lot of you can do more than you think you're able to. And I want to encourage you, stop thinking and stop having the habit of giving up and quitting. Stop having the habit of excuses. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't learn from your experiences and the mistakes that you make. Many of you go to interviews and you're not really as well prepared as you think you are. You don't take the time to connect with the younger hiring manager, male or female, with the result being, part of what a firm hires for is your ability to connect with people, the ability to develop trust. You think you can recite a bunch of facts and get hired. I don't care what your age is and where you live in the country. That doesn't work because there's a lot of very capable people out there, and you're not giving them a reason to choose you. Why should they choose you? That's the thing to remember. Why are you the one who's world class, who can solve their problem? Remember that as you interview. Remember that you want this. Don't do it halfway, as many of you do in order to cushion the expectation of failure. Go all in. Go all out. Try hard. Prepare hard. Drill yourself and have other people drill you hard. You may not get the next one or the one after that or the one after that. It may take the fifth or the seventh one, but do you really want to take one of these less than jobs? No. If you do, again, that's okay. That's your choice. But a lot of you that I talk to don't, and you want to have a job that really fits you. Keep plugging. Keep grinding. I was watching Kobe Bryant today as part of his visit to the University of Alabama to talk to the football team. And he's talking about all the effort that goes into being a champion and the grind that you do in order to become a champion. It's not that they just arrive with talent. Talent is a part of it. But a lot of people have talent in sports and in entertainment, and they never achieve. Sometimes it's the breaks. Sometimes it's bad luck. They're in the wrong place at the wrong time and they can't win. But they're not grinding it out. They're not doing the little things that make the winner. Remember that. Don't forget it. Push yourself. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. If you'd like an ally in this process, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw the video because I just like knowing that I've been helping some folks. Once we're connected, if you'd be interested in my coaching you, I'd be very happy to help. Message me to indicate your interest. Also want to say, if you have a couple of questions about your search, rather than messaging me through LinkedIn where I'm not responding to questions, contact me through one of two ways. There's an app called Magnify for iOS devices. Message me through Magnify where we can do it by video. We can set up a time through LinkedIn. Just tell me that you want to speak with me through Magnify and we'll set up a time. Or contact me through prestoexperts.com. Again, same thing. That covers, it's a phone conversation we would have. Hope you have a great day and take care.